Shares of Moderna are sinking nearly 20% after the company lowered its 2025 sales guidance by $1 billion. The stock is down 70% in a year amid waning demand for its COVID vaccine. Pfizer shares are also down nearly 8% in the same time frame, and it's trying to rebuild itself after a sharp decline in sales of COVID products and pressure from an activist investor. For more, we're joined by Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla with our own Angelica Peebles. They're out at the JPM Healthcare Conference in San Francisco. Welcome to you both. Angelica?
Hey, Kelly, that's right. We're out here with Dr. Albert Bourla. Thank you so much for being here today. So last year, 2024, you said it was all about execution. So what is the focus this year?
The focus is pipeline. Last year, it was execution on commercial mainly front so that we can regain market shares that we felt that we could have done better in 23. And we achieved that very well. In 24, it was execution on commercial. 25 is execution on pipeline.
How are you going to do that?
Well, we have a lot of changes that we implemented in 2024, but when it comes to R&D, we have new leadership of R&D. We have just reorganized our R&D organization into 4 end-to-end units, like the oncology unit that we had before. Oncology was the most successful unit of Pfizer in terms of R&D productivity, medicines that really make a difference in human lives. It was organized as end-to-end, from early to late. Now we have organized, like for biotechs, all the units in Pfizer, like that. And of course, we are having 13 new phase 3 studies that are expected to start this year, and 8 phase 3 studies that we expect to read out this year. So a lot of catalysts.
And how much of that change comes from having an activist investor in your stock with Starboard, and what changes, if any, that they've recommended are you actually implementing?
Look, I try to maintain a productive engagement with them, and so far it is productive, respectful from both sides. So we discussed their ideas. They had some ideas that I found good, and we are doing it. I don't want to speak on the specifics because that private discussions that we had with them. But those are things that anyway was part of a longer plan that we were having when we realized in 23 that COVID revenues are not going to be what we thought would be. So then we had to readjust the company.
And speaking of COVID, we do have a threat in bird flu. Is that the next pandemic?
You know, maybe we should be, I don't worry, but we should be careful. And we should be monitoring it. There is a big difference. The difference is that it's not transmitted from human to human so far. And it is difficult to transmit from animals to human. Of course, we had the first cases that happened. But the fact that you can't transmit it so far, humans to humans, is very encouraging. Now, that can change, and that's what we need to watch.
We have a question from Brian.
Yes?
Yeah, Albert, thanks for joining us. Brian Sullivan and Kelly Evans back in Inglewood Cliffs. Listen, according to the CDC, about 21% of people who have taken the updated COVID vaccine, about 9% saying that they're definitely going to get it. How do we reinvigorate, for lack of a better term, confidence in vaccines generally? Because we're seeing some of the COVID vaccine concerns spill over now into other vaccines. How do we regain people's confidence in vaccines generally when, let's be honest, a lot of people know people that had COVID, got a vaccine, either still got sick or got injured?
You're right. And I think the fact that we have low vaccination rates in the U.S. Is going to contribute to have probably a little bit more COVID and more severe symptoms as the population immunity will wane. I don't think that people are not getting right now. We have a reduction in the vaccination rates because they have concerns with the COVID vaccine. There is a population that has concerns with COVID vaccine. They never got that vaccine. But the vast majority, they got the vaccine. It's just that they don't feel compelled to do it because they don't feel the need, because, of course, we have controlled COVID so far. And because also there is oral treatment. So right now we have even higher scripts and utilization of Paxlovid, which is, let's say, our oral treatment, because every time that someone has COVID, it's very highly correlated with how many scripts we have.
And I know you don't want to talk about obesity too much because, you feel like you've been burned in the past. But people do want to know how committed you are to the space with, whatever happens with danuglipron. So what can you tell us about, how you view that market and, how much you want to invest?
I think it's a very important market, first of all, because it addresses a significant health issue, which is the obesity. I would say that after the COVID pandemic, we have the obesity pandemic that we need to tackle. And that creates significant, not only lifestyle issues, but also creates significant health issues. I think science tried for many years to find solutions, and the GLP-1s are a very good solution so far. And we are having also a GLP-1 oral, because the current solutions are injectables that we are developing. But I think also that we are scratching the surface. I think there are also there's a lot of activity with new molecules, new mechanisms of action that also will take over eventually in obesity. I think it's good times for people that are living with obesity because there will be a lot of solutions.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing more from you there. That's all we have time for. Brian, back over to you.